Hi everyone! This week I've been talking about aggression in multi-cat households, and today I'm going to go through some practical advice that you can put to use to help your cats get along a bit better. The first tip is the most important thing for cats that are fighting and can be really helpful in making any multi-cat household work, and that is to get the resources right for every cat in the household. Resources are anything in the territory the cat values or uses, so food, water, scratch posts, litter trays, beds and toys. And it can also include the cat flap and other exit points, as well as you and your attention. If there is any competition for these, or if the cats just find themselves in the same place at the same time because they both need to use the litter tray, for example, this is where tension can arise and aggression can follow. If you watch your cats to see what situations lead to an aggressive encounter, you may find this often takes place where one of the cats is heading to or away from a certain area, such as their food, litter tray, or their favourite resting area. The first point to get right is the amount of each of these resources. There should be one of everything for every cat in the household, plus at least another one to make sure that they all have a choice of which to use at any given time. This will stop them meeting in a single place because they both want to drink from the same water bowl. And they all need to be positioned apart from each other to make sure they count as separate resources. So 2 litter trays placed in the same position will be seen as one toileting area and isn't going to be very helpful in your multi-cat household. Next is to place these resources in the most suitable area for your cats and in your home. So food is commonly placed in the kitchen, but if your kitchen is small or narrow, the cats might find it difficult to be in this room together without getting in each other's way, leading to hissing and swiping. So for you, it might be better to put the food in a more open area. Some resources may effectively be out of action if they're placed in areas the cat's not happy with. For example, you might have 2 litter trays, but if one is placed near the cat flap, they may not want to use that one, so competition for the other one is going to be increased, and it's going to be detrimental to their relationship. Cats that are not socially bonded often try to establish and maintain their own mini territories inside your home. So you might notice that one tends to spend more time upstairs, sleeping on the bed, while the other one prefers to spend more time downstairs, sleeping on the back of the sofa. There will be parts of the territories that overlap, such as the hallway or the kitchen where the cat flap is. And if you find this happens in your home, provide a complete set of resources in each areas, in the areas that they like to spend their own time in, to facilitate the development of these separate territories. This will help them share the home without any fights or other issues, as they won't have to risk crossing each other's path when they're hungry, thirsty or needing a toilet. So this is going to reduce that social pressure on each of them within the home. By giving them their own space, the potential to form a better relationship increases, as it gives them some control over when to see each other rather than just accidentally bumping into each other at the food bowl. Other environmental changes can also be made to help them share the home, and this is even more important if you're not able to give them their own separate territories. First is to provide high places such as cat climbing towers, shelving or wardrobes for them to use throughout the territory, particularly in areas where the aggression is common. For example, aggression often happens in narrow corridors as both cats come too close for comfort if trying to pass each other at the same time. In this case, adding a raised pathway by way of shelving or bookcases, for example, can help them pass without an issue. And being up high allows them to survey the territory and safely keep an eye on the other one, so it builds confidence and can itself be enough to stop the aggression. So give them an opportunity, any opportunity you can think of to get high and off the ground. Giving your cats lots of places to hide is helpful too, so give them cardboard boxes, let them behind the sofa or under the bed, and they can be used as bolt holes if things get heated, and for the cats to rest by themselves without worrying about where the other cat is. It's all about giving them as much chance to avoid each other as possible. So if you can, add an extra entry and exit point to different rooms and to the house itself. Sometimes this is easier said than done, but leaving a window open as a second exit outside will be really helpful in reducing any aggression around the cat flap, as they can avoid meeting head on in this very small area of the territory. It's quite a common area where aggression takes place. Once you have resources spot on, have a look to see if the cat population outside your home is influencing the relationship between your cats. If there are lots of cats outside, or 1 or 2 very relentless cats bothering yours, Any negative intent meant for the outside cats may be redirected onto another cat in the household. This is the time to cat-proof your garden to prevent other cats from coming in. If this isn't possible, provide as much cover as you can in the garden by way of plants, bushes, pots and garden furniture to try to reduce some of the social pressure in the garden. Definitely install a microchip cat flap, and if you can cover the bottom of the windows with frosted sticky back plastic, this will stop intruders peering in or will stop your cats from getting agitated while looking outside. This should help them feel safer inside, reducing any need for aggression between your cats that live there. Another area of consideration is your cat's play or predatory drive. If one has a particularly high play drive, she may direct some of this hunting behaviour, such as chasing, pouncing and grabbing, towards your other cat. And this isn't likely to go down well and will probably be met with hostility as they hiss and swipe or run away in response. If this is the case, channel that motivation to play onto more appropriate outlets with daily play sessions. Use toys such as ping pong balls or fishing rod toys to make sure they have the opportunity to chase and grab. Also provide plenty of escape routes and bolt holes for the cat that's being pounced on in case the play sessions are not enough and they still find themselves the target of their behaviour. And finally, one last thing to mention with aggression is the option of rehoming. Sometimes cats just aren't compatible and some just want to be single cats and no amount of environmental or behavioural implementation will help. If this is the case, keeping them in the same household can become a welfare issue itself, and finding a new home for one of the cats will usually be a massive relief to both the cats involved. Having said that, sometimes just a few small changes can make a big difference to reduce the aggression and at least help your cats live their separate lives in the same home. So I hope that's given you some ideas about how to improve things between your cats. Good luck, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.